Imagine a quiet, insidious sabotage happening inside the very architecture of your body every single morning, a process that unfolds with the gentle light of each new dawn. It does not announce itself with a sharp pain or a sudden alarming symptom. It makes absolutely no noise, operating in the profound silence of your own physiology. Yet, with each successive sunrise, this clandestine process methodically robs you of a little more of your intrinsic strength, a fraction of your innate balance, and an immeasurable portion of your precious, hard-won freedom. For countless millions of people who have celebrated their 60th birthday and beyond, this is not a distant, hypothetical scenario conjured for dramatic effect. It is a lived, daily reality, a slow-motion erosion of self-sufficiency that tragically and ironically begins with the one thing they believe to be utterly harmless or even virtuous: their breakfast, or more accurately, their profound lack of a meaningful one. You might be firmly convinced that your morning ritual, consisting of a simple steaming cup of black coffee, a solitary slice of unadorned toast, or perhaps even skipping the first meal of the day altogether in a misguided attempt at weight control, is a benign and inconsequential choice. But what if the startling truth, a truth backed by a growing mountain of clinical evidence, is that this very routine is one of the single most significant contributing factors to why so many otherwise vibrant, intelligent, and engaged adults find themselves struggling to conquer a simple flight of stairs, hesitating with a newfound sense of trepidation to walk across a familiar room, or needing to brace themselves and use a helping hand just to rise from the comfort of their favorite armchair. The scientific reality is that after the age of 60, the powerful load-bearing muscles in your legs, the very engines that propel you through life, enter a state of heightened and alarming vulnerability. A slow-motion theft, a physiological heist, begins in earnest, where the fundamental strength that underpins your ability to live a life of independence and dignity is gradually, almost imperceptibly, siphoned away day by painstaking day, morning by catabolic morning. But here, within this seemingly bleak narrative, lies the profound and empowering secret that is all too rarely shared in the sterile environment of a typical doctor's office. A secret that can fundamentally alter the trajectory of your physical aging. This precipitous decline in strength and mobility is not an inevitable, unchangeable sentence handed down by the mere passage of time. It is not a fixed destiny written into your chronological age. In fact, this debilitating process can be dramatically slowed, brought to a near standstill, and in a great many encouraging cases, even substantially reversed. The solution, the key to unlocking a future of sustained vitality, is not found within the confines of a prescription bottle, nor does it require a financially burdensome gym membership or a dizzying, confusing array of expensive and often ineffective dietary supplements. The answer is far simpler, more accessible, and more powerful than you might imagine. It is found on your breakfast plate, specifically in the conscious and deliberate choices you make about what you consume within the first 30 to 60 minutes of waking from your nightly slumber. That crucial first meal of the day, when chosen with clear intention and an understanding of your body's needs, possesses the remarkable power to act as a definitive metabolic switch, decisively turning off the body's destructive, muscle-wasting state and simultaneously activating a potent, natural process of repair, reinforcement, and revitalization. A thoughtfully constructed breakfast can dramatically improve blood flow to your extremities, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients to tissues that have been starved overnight. It can quiet down those agonizing, sleep-disrupting nighttime leg cramps, and perhaps most astonishingly, it can effectively turn back the clock on muscular aging by as much as a full decade. In my 4 decades of dedicated practice as a geriatric specialist, a career spent working intimately with thousands of patients facing this exact demoralizing struggle, I have learned one profound and unshakable truth. The vast majority of seniors do not lose their mobility simply because they get old. They lose it because of unexamined, deeply ingrained habits, repeated with faithful consistency, day after day, year after year. I have had the distinct privilege of witnessing men and women who had come to measure their entire world in the few, tentative steps from their bed to the bathroom, regain the strength and confidence to walk joyfully in the park, to permanently ditch their canes and walkers, and to fully and emphatically reclaim the vibrant, active lives they thought were lost forever. And for every single one of them, the journey back to independence began with the simple transformative act of changing what they ate for breakfast. So if your legs consistently feel heavy, leaden, and stiff in the morning, if your sense of balance feels just a bit precarious or unreliable, or if your once confident steps have lost their assertive rhythm, I implore you not to dismiss these signals as just another inevitable consequence of another birthday. The powerful, life-altering answer you have been desperately searching for might be waiting for you right now in your very own kitchen. The silent thief of your morning strength. To truly grasp why your first meal of the day holds such a critical and decisive position in the preservation of your physical autonomy, you must first develop a clear understanding of the complex and often misunderstood physiological drama that is unfolding inside your body while you sleep. When you awaken in the morning, you are emerging from what is known as a fasted state, having gone 7, 8, or perhaps even 9 or more hours without any form of external nourishment. During this extended period of fasting, your body, in its infinite and ancient wisdom, must find a reliable source of fuel to keep your most essential, life-sustaining systems, your brain, your heart, your respiratory system, running smoothly and without interruption. For younger individuals with robust muscle mass and a highly efficient metabolism, this is a seamless and largely benign process, with the body tapping into ample glycogen stores in the liver and muscles. However, for older adults, the physiological landscape is dramatically different. The body, facing depleted glycogen reserves and a hormonal environment that favors breakdown, often turns to a dangerously convenient and readily available energy source, your own precious muscle tissue, with a particular and unfortunate preference for the large, metabolically active muscles of your legs. This destructive process is known scientifically as a catabolic state, which is quite literally a state of breakdown and disassembly. If this catabolic state is not halted promptly and decisively each and every morning with the right kind of nutritional intervention, it establishes a slow, relentless, and deeply destructive cycle of progressive muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia. The National Institute on Aging has published stark reports indicating that adults over the age of 60 can lose more than a third of their total leg muscle mass in a single decade. And this alarming decline often begins with signs and symptoms so subtle that they are easily ignored or rationalized away as normal aging. You might find yourself unconsciously taking slightly shorter steps than you used to, or perhaps you notice that the act of getting out of a low-slung car requires a bit more of a push from your arms. These are not just random aches and pains. They are the crucial early warning signs of declining neuromuscular strength and coordination, the first whispers of a gathering storm. This precise morning moment, when your body is in its most vulnerable catabolic state, is exactly where the most common and seemingly innocent breakfast habits inflict the most profound and lasting damage. The act of reaching for a cup of black coffee on a completely empty stomach, a ritual for millions, does more than just wake you up. It floods your system with cortisol, a stress hormone that further accelerates the breakdown of muscle protein for conversion into glucose. Grabbing a bowl of sugary, processed cereal or a sweet pastry from the local bakery might feel satisfying and convenient in the moment, but these choices do absolutely nothing to feed your starving, protein-depleted muscles. Instead, these high glycemic foods send your blood sugar on a volatile and damaging roller coaster ride, causing a rapid spike followed by an inevitable and precipitous crash. This chaotic fluctuation of blood sugar and the subsequent insulin response dramatically increases systemic inflammation throughout your body, a condition sometimes referred to as inflammaging, which actually accelerates the very muscle loss you so desperately need to prevent. Your muscles are essentially crying out for essential building blocks, specifically amino acids, to repair the microscopic damage incurred overnight and to rebuild themselves stronger. Instead, with these poor breakfast choices, they are being further deprived, inflamed, and actively broken down. The alternative to this destructive cycle is not complicated, nor is it difficult to implement. It does not require exotic ingredients or complex culinary skills. It simply requires a fundamental shift in understanding, an awareness of what your legs and your entire muscular system truly and urgently need in that crucial first hour of the day to effectively halt the process of breakdown and initiate the powerful, restorative process of rebuilding and reinforcement. The 5 breakfast foods that rebuild your legs. Whole eggs, the master switch for muscle repair. One of the most potent, accessible, and scientifically validated tools in your nutritional arsenal against the progressive decline of muscle mass and function is the humble, often underestimated egg. When consumed whole, the egg is a veritable nutritional powerhouse, loaded with the precise and highly bioavailable raw materials your body requires to both protect existing muscle tissue from breakdown and to actively rebuild and strengthen it. The most valuable component within the egg for this specific purpose is leucine, a particular type of essential amino acid that functions in the body as a powerful signaling molecule, acting as a master switch for a process called muscle protein synthesis. You can think of leucine as the assertive and indispensable foreman on a construction site. Its presence in sufficient quantities in the bloodstream is what effectively blows the whistle and signals to the body's cellular work crews. The time for breakdown is over. It is now time to repair, rebuild, and grow. This signaling becomes exponentially more important as we age, because our bodies develop a condition known as anabolic resistance, meaning they become less sensitive to this crucial muscle-building signal. Consequently, older adults require a higher dose of leucine in their meals to achieve the same muscle-building effect that a younger person could get from a smaller amount. A landmark study conducted at the University of Illinois provided compelling evidence for this, demonstrating that seniors who consumed a breakfast containing 2 whole eggs showed measurable, statistically significant improvements in both their functional leg strength and their comfortable walking speed when compared to a group consuming a breakfast with an equivalent calorie count but lower leucine content. This is not just a theoretical concept. It is a tangible, real-world clinical result that underscores the power of this simple food. Furthermore, the true magic of the egg is not confined solely to its protein content in the white. The yolk, which many people mistakenly discard out of outdated fears about dietary cholesterol, contains a veritable treasure trove of other vital nutrients, including vitamin D, vitamin B12, and choline, all of which are absolutely essential for supporting the health of your nervous system, maintaining your balance, and ensuring the fine-tuned coordination that is your primary defense against debilitating falls. The yolk also provides a highly absorbable form of iron known as heme iron, which is critical for maintaining healthy circulation and facilitating the efficient delivery of oxygen to your lower body, a process that directly combats the sensations of numbness, tingling, and cramping that often plague the legs of older adults. To reap the full spectrum of these incredible benefits, it is imperative to eat the whole egg, poached, boiled, or lightly scrambled in a healthy fat like olive oil, and to consciously avoid pairing it with processed breakfast meats like bacon or sausage, which can undermine its profound benefits with their high load of sodium, nitrates, and unhealthy saturated fats. Oatmeal with chia seeds, the foundation for stable energy. While a simple bowl of oatmeal might not possess the same high-profile reputation as a primary muscle builder like eggs or Greek yogurt, its role in the ecosystem of a leg-strengthening breakfast is just as crucial and foundational. The primary power of oatmeal lies in its rich content of a specific type of soluble fiber known as beta-glucan, which is an undisputed expert at promoting stable, steady blood sugar levels throughout the morning. This stability is the unsung behind-the-scenes hero of long-term muscle health and preservation. When your blood sugar remains on an even keel, free from dramatic spikes and crashes, your body can efficiently and effectively utilize the proteins, vitamins, and minerals you consume for the vital work of tissue repair and reinforcement. Conversely, when your blood sugar is on a chaotic, unpredictable roller coaster driven by refined carbohydrates and sugars, that essential repair process is constantly interrupted and undermined by hormonal fluctuations and systemic inflammation. Now, you can elevate that humble, effective bowl of oatmeal to an entirely new level of nutritional potency by simply stirring in a tablespoon of chia seeds after it has been cooked. With this single simple addition, the health benefits multiply exponentially, transforming your breakfast into a comprehensive muscle support system. Chia seeds are densely packed with powerful anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which helps to quell the low-grade chronic inflammation that can accelerate muscle degradation. They are also an excellent source of crucial minerals like calcium for bone density, magnesium for muscle function, and potassium for electrolyte balance. Magnesium is a particularly crucial mineral in this context, as its deficiency is an incredibly common yet often overlooked culprit behind the agonizing nighttime leg spasms and the pervasive feeling of morning stiffness that can make the first movements of the day so challenging. Furthermore, these tiny, unassuming seeds possess the remarkable ability to absorb many times their weight in liquid, forming a hydrating, gelatinous substance in your stomach. This gel not only aids in smooth digestion, but also significantly improves the absorption of all the other vital nutrients present in your meal, ensuring that your body gets the maximum benefit from every single bite. Just one heaping tablespoon of these nutritional powerhouses stirred into your warm bowl of cooked oatmeal is more than enough to transform your simple breakfast into a sophisticated, multifaceted meal that supports stable energy, reduces inflammation, and delivers the key minerals your muscles are craving. Bananas, the natural cramp-fighting electrolyte. The banana is without a doubt one of the most widely consumed yet profoundly misunderstood fruits within the realm of senior nutrition. Some dismiss it as being too high in sugar, a dietary indulgence to be avoided, while others see it as mere caloric filler, lacking in serious nutritional substance. The nuanced truth, however, is that when it is consumed correctly and thoughtfully, a banana can serve as an exceptionally powerful and natural tool for preventing painful leg cramps and ensuring that your muscles contract and relax correctly. The key to its effectiveness lies in its famously high content of potassium. A single medium-sized banana can deliver a significant portion of your recommended daily intake of potassium, and this mineral is absolutely essential for the intricate process of regulating proper muscle contractions and nerve impulses. Without a sufficient and steady supply of potassium to balance the sodium in your system, the nerves that are responsible for controlling your leg muscles are far more likely to become overexcited and misfire, leading directly to the sudden, painful and involuntary contractions we know as cramps and twitches, which are particularly common and disruptive at night. Potassium also plays a vital role in managing your body's overall fluid balance, a key factor in maintaining cardiovascular stability and preventing the dizziness that can arise from sudden changes in posture. A crucial word of caution, however, is necessary for individuals who are managing blood sugar sensitivities, prediabetes, or diagnosed diabetes. In this case, the wisest choice is to select a banana that is slightly less ripe, still tinged with a hint of green at the ends. A less ripe banana contains a higher proportion of resistant starch, a type of carbohydrate that resists digestion in the small intestine and acts more like a fiber, resulting in a much slower, more gentle impact on blood sugar levels. Even better, to further blunt any potential glycemic spike, it is always advisable to pair the banana with a quality source of protein and healthy fat. Slicing a banana over your bowl of Greek yogurt, blending it into a protein shake, or eating it alongside a handful of nuts or seeds will slow down the absorption of its natural sugars and create a more balanced, sustained release of energy. Used in this thoughtful and strategic manner, the banana is not a sugary treat but a natural, effective electrolyte booster that helps to fuel and protect your legs from the very moment you stand up to greet the day. Greek yogurt, the slow-release protein powerhouse. If you have been consistently overlooking Greek yogurt in the dairy aisle, you are missing out on one of the most efficient, delicious, and beneficial sources of slow-digesting protein available for morning consumption. Unlike its thinner, more liquid counterpart, regular yogurt, the Greek variety undergoes a meticulous straining process that removes a significant amount of the excess liquid whey and lactose. This results in a much thicker, creamier, and more satisfying product that is, most importantly, packed with almost double the amount of high-quality protein per serving. A single, standard-size container of plain Greek yogurt can deliver an impressive 17 to 20 grams of complete protein, which crucially includes two distinct and complementary types, whey and casein. While whey protein is known for being absorbed very quickly into the bloodstream, providing an immediate infusion of amino acids to halt the overnight catabolic state, casein protein is digested much more slowly and deliberately. This slow digestion provides your muscles with a steady, time-released supply of essential amino acids throughout the entire morning, creating a sustained anabolic, muscle-building environment that is critically important for preventing the muscle breakdown that began while you slept. It is also an exceptionally rich source of leucine, that all-important amino acid that acts as the primary trigger for muscle growth and repair, making it an ideal breakfast choice for combating age-related anabolic resistance. Beyond its remarkable protein profile, Greek yogurt is also a fantastic source of bone-building calcium and its essential partner, vitamin D, in fortified versions, a dynamic nutritional duo that works synergistically to support bone density, improve neuromuscular coordination, and enhance communication between your nerves and muscles. This directly translates to better balance, a more stable gait, and a significantly lower risk of falls. The live probiotic cultures for which yogurt is so famous, while primarily celebrated for their benefits to gut health, also play a vital supportive role by helping to reduce systemic inflammation throughout the body and by enhancing your digestive system's ability to efficiently absorb all of these other vital nutrients from your food. To maximize the extensive benefits and avoid derailing your efforts, it is essential to always choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. The flavored varieties are almost always loaded with added sugars that will negate many of the positive effects. Instead, add your own natural flavor and nutritional boosts with a handful of fresh berries, a sprinkle of anti-inflammatory cinnamon, or a spoonful of fiber-rich chia or flax seeds. Steamed sweet potatoes with mineral salt, the unconventional energy source. While it may certainly seem like an unusual, perhaps even eccentric, choice for a breakfast food, incorporating a small portion of steamed sweet potato into your morning routine can be an incredibly effective strategy for promoting long-term leg health and vitality. Its primary benefit comes from its rich supply of complex carbohydrates, which work efficiently to restore your muscle glycogen stores. Glycogen is the primary form of glucose that is stored directly in your muscle tissue, serving as its main, readily available fuel source for any physical activity. After an overnight fast of 8 or more hours, these crucial glycogen stores become significantly depleted, which is a major contributing factor to the pervasive feeling of fatigue, heaviness, or profound weakness that many older adults experience in their legs upon waking. Unlike the simple sugars found in pastries, sweetened cereals, or white bread, which cause a rapid energy spike followed by a debilitating crash, the complex carbohydrates in sweet potatoes release their energy slowly and steadily into the bloodstream, providing sustained fuel for your muscles and brain throughout the morning. The true, and perhaps more surprising magic of this particular breakfast component, however, happens when you pair this warm, comforting food with just a tiny pinch of a natural, unrefined mineral salt, such as Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. Unlike highly refined table salt, which is essentially just pure sodium chloride stripped of all other elements, these natural salts contain a broad spectrum of over 80 different trace minerals and electrolytes, including crucially important ones like magnesium, potassium, and calcium in a naturally balanced form. This complex mineral blend is absolutely essential for regulating proper hydration within your muscle cells, ensuring the precise and rapid electrical signaling between your nerves, and preventing the muscular stiffness and lack of flexibility that can make morning movements feel so difficult and even painful. Consuming just a few warm, comforting bites of steamed sweet potato, lightly seasoned with a sprinkle of high-quality mineral salt, perhaps even as a small pre-breakfast snack before your main meal, can work wonders to kickstart your circulation, replenish vital electrolytes, and effectively prime your leg muscles for the demands of the day ahead. Beyond the plate, 5 morning rituals for lasting mobility. Fueling your body with the right combination of nutrient-dense food is the absolute foundation of maintaining your strength. But to truly and comprehensively protect your legs for the long haul, you must pair this powerful nutritional strategy with intentional movement and a series of mindful daily habits. These 5 simple yet profound rituals, each of which takes only a few minutes to complete each morning, work in concert with your breakfast to create the ideal physiological environment for your body to repair muscle tissue, support optimal nerve function, and build lasting resilient mobility that can sustain you for years to come. First, as soon as your feet touch the floor in the morning, before you even think about coffee or tea, make it a non-negotiable habit to drink a full glass of warm water with a tiny pinch of natural mineral salt dissolved within it. Throughout the night, through the simple processes of breathing and imperceptible perspiration, you become slightly dehydrated and your body's delicate electrolyte levels inevitably fall out of their optimal balance. This state of mild dehydration and electrolyte imbalance is a major, often unrecognized reason why your legs can feel so heavy, unsteady, and leaden upon waking. This simple, warm, mineral-rich drink immediately begins the process of replenishing those essential electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, which in turn rehydrates your muscle tissue from the inside out and restores the proper electrical conductivity that your nerves absolutely depend on to function properly. It is, in essence, like priming the pump for your entire circulatory and neuromuscular system, preparing it for the day's activities. Second, perform a simple yet highly effective 3-minute standing leg activation routine right next to your bed. Standing tall with a relaxed posture while gently holding onto a stable chair, wall, or bedpost for support. Slowly and with full control, raise one leg just a few inches off the floor, keeping your knee straight. Hold this position for 10 seconds, focusing on engaging the muscles in your thigh and hip, and then gently and slowly lower your leg back to the floor. Repeat this controlled movement 5 times for each leg. This simple action does more than just wake up the large muscles in your hips, thighs, and calves. More importantly, it powerfully activates your body's proprioceptors. These are the tiny, sophisticated sensory receptors located in your muscles, tendons, and joints that constantly send information to your brain about your body's position and movement in space. Activating them first thing in the morning builds a stronger, clearer, and more reliable connection between your brain and your legs, dramatically improving your functional balance and your body's subconscious ability to make rapid adjustments to prevent a stumble or fall out of bed. The sudden and rapid shift in posture from a horizontal, lying down position to a vertical, standing up position can cause a swift and sometimes dramatic drop in blood pressure, a condition known medically as orthostatic hypotension. This condition is a leading cause of dizziness, lightheadedness, and fainting spells in the morning, and it stands as one of the most common and preventable causes of morning falls among older adults. Instead, practice a conscious, gentle, multi-stage transition. First, simply sit up on the edge of your bed for at least 30 seconds. Use this time to take a few slow, deep breaths, allowing your circulatory system to adjust. Gently rotate your ankles and wrists in circles to encourage blood flow to your extremities. Only then, once you feel fully alert and stable, should you stand up, pausing for another moment to feel your feet firmly planted on the ground and to ensure you feel steady before you take your very first step of the day.